Thursday Hoops. The perennial highlight reel sensation, Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat go up against the Chicago Bulls and their all-star point guard, Derrick Rose. Heat, Bulls, up next.
And it's LeBron James on his way in, focused and ready to go for the task at hand. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. So here's Miami's starting group. LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. D-Wade out there with Mike Miller and Anthony. And for Chicago, Rose and Dang on the floor. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. And Brewer. Heat with a pretty good road record, Clark, last year, 23 wins away from Miami.
You know, given they only won 24 at home, it didn't seem to matter if they were on the road or not. Basically about the same team at home or on the road.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Well, guys, to sum up his main point, he said basically that everyone being on the same page defensively is crucial to their success today. He acknowledged that they're up against a team that will take advantage of every mistake an opponent makes, so they can't afford to lose their focus. We'll see how crisp they are at it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. I get the feeling here, Clark, there's a lot more to be done here.
Well, one of the best ways to bother a shooter is to make him uncomfortable. Make him catch the ball where he doesn't want it.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Outside Dang. And Boozer backs in. They double him with LeBron. Double team on Boozer. Here's Rose. Kept alive. Blocked. And here's Miami. And here is Anthony. Bosh dishes to Anthony. Now here's LeBron. 4 on the clock. Sticks it from 17 feet. LeBron's now got his first 2 points. Now Rose. Left side Boozer. Over Bosh. And the Bulls with another miss.
They're struggling to find their range at the start of this game.
Carlos Boozer, another one of those guys. You see, he went in the second round of the draft, and you ask yourself, how in the world did that happen?
Yeah, you do sometimes when you think back to that, but you know what? He looked like an undersized center in college, was hurt a little bit while there, so that explains perhaps why he ended up being a second-round draft choice.
And again, no good by Chicago.
They just are having all kinds of problems getting the ball to fall to start this game.
Here's Wade. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. Boozer was drafted by the Cavaliers, and there was some controversy when he left to join the Jazz back in 2004.
Yeah, it was really an interesting situation there, Kevin. I mean, the Cavs kind of let him out of his contract thinking they had a verbal agreement in place.
You're right.
And then the Utah Jazz came up with a huge number, and it made it tough for Boozer to say no.
You ever think about him and LeBron playing in that front court with Cleveland?
I imagine some of the Cleveland Cavaliers fans have thought about that.
The Heat making the switch here. Brewer's shot is off.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Wade against Boozer. Left side Bosh. Here's Wade. No luck. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Well, he faded away on it for no good reason. He shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
Here's Rose. Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line. Derrick Rose battled some injuries last season, a badly sprained ankle, then a sprained wrist.
And despite those injuries, he still made significant improvements in his sophomore campaign, Kevin.
Derrick Rose. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rose. And, of course, Derrick Rose, a first-time All-Star last season.
Yeah, he really was excited to be an All-Star and deserved to be one. The way he led that team, he performed consistently, and showed that he's a guy that will be an all-star at that position for a long time.
Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for the Bulls. Watson comes in for Ronnie Brewer. Now here's LeBron. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So one free throw for him right here. And he makes the free throw. Last season, LeBron James' second consecutive season as the league MVP.
And he dominated, Kevin. He was second in the league in scoring, 6th in assists, top 10 in steals. Not surprising he led the league in triple-doubles, too, with 4.
He was terrific. The Heat leading by 7. He's covered by Rose. Here's Bosch. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Bosch has got his second bucket.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here's Chicago. 9-point game. 24 home wins for the Chicago Bulls last year, Clark. About what you'd expect from them.
Yeah, I was not surprised. That's a reasonable expectation for the Bulls. But if they want to make the leap to being a top seed in the East, they'll need to up that this year and be a truly unstoppable team at home, which means somewhere in that mid-30s range.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. House comes in for Mike Miller. Outside Dang. Wade against Rose. And the Bulls with another miss. Even with their so-so record at the United Center, as you mentioned, they boasted the best overall attendance number in the league last season at 20,725 a game. Very impressive.
Yeah, extremely impressive. The numbers are the numbers. Hard to argue with them. The Bulls fans come out regularly and in droves.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Udonis hasn't returned to the Heat for half the money other teams were offering him. He said it was, quote, an opportunity to be a part of something special, adding, I would be changing my DNA if I was leaving just for the money. Guys, one more player willing to sacrifice to be a part of this Miami team. Kevin?
Haslem, so respected league-wide. Good to see him stay with the Heat. Thanks, Doris. Now here's Wade. Arcs it high, and the rebound goes to Boozer.
There's another example, Kevin, of how they're hustling to all the missed shots to get an edge in the rebounding area.
Thomas kicks to Rose. Wade is covering. Rose, no good. And here's Miami. This run now up to 13-2. Here's House. It kicks high up and in.
Watching a team shoot this well is fun for some fans watching at home, but it's no picnic for the guy who's coaching the defense. I mean, he's really upset with how his team is not giving the effort at that end of the floor. It's simply put, that's just bad defense.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Thomas. Gibson comes in for Carlos Boozer. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Derrick Rose. And then for Miami, Anthony's checked in, and Chris Bosh is subbed in for LeBron. Dang. He dumps it off. Here's Gibson. And again, Chicago, no good. From 17 feet out. And that one's good by Bosh. Bosh has got 6.
And right now, Kevin, they're getting everything they want and sending a message while they're doing it.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Backing down is Dang. Here is Watson. Takes it up. It's blocked. Miller, right side. No good on the baseline J. Watson with it. No good. So the first quarter is over, and we've got a double-digit lead. Heat lead by 15.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As a coach, you can't ask for anything more.
And we'll return momentarily. And welcome back. The second quarter getting started, and so far a somewhat one-sided game. Here's Miller. 15-point game. This is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Mike Miller is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Haslam. Then there's Chris Bosh and Anthony. And he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Rose. As we see the Heat here, they were 32-20 last year in the Eastern Conference, good enough for the 5th seed.
They might have wanted to avoid the 5th seed had they known they were going to end up facing the rested and focused Celtics.
Yeah. Here's Wade. Wade left side. Baseline jumper. Bosh can't hit. Yeah, the Celtics really took it to the Heat in that series, like you were saying. From down low, Rose, no good. So it's Miami now. 17-point game. Haslam with it. Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
Normally he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
Brewer's shot is off. And here we go with Dwayne Wade. Poked loose. And the turnover by Miami. Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, this Miami team, of course, has powerhouse potential as they've assembled King James, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh in all-star cast. But it'll take some time for this new roster to gel, and the Heat know that the faster they can get on the same page, the better their chances of winning a championship. Back to you guys.
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Noah. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Watson backs in. With 1 second left, Brewer's shot is off.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Chalmers passes to LeBron. Defended by Gibson. Goes up and almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Ronnie Brewer. For LeBron James, last season ended with another tough defeat. This time, Clark, courtesy of the Boston Celtics.
And it's got to be frustrating for him, Kevin, to be the MVP, to have the best record in the league, but yet again, meet defeat before you can even get back to the finals. Disappointing.
And he can't hit the second. A challenging stretch here for Chicago. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Here's Watson. Nails the step-back jam.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Here's Miami now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And Chalmers kicks to House. LeBron James on the wing. LeBron right side. Miami no good on that time either.
Good job hustling here. I mean, making the extra effort. When you're down, you have to do all of the little things, Kevin.
And they do have a slight disadvantage on the boards. Here is Watson. Noah against Bosh. And here's Korver from the arc. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. So it's Miami now. And here is Chalmers. Back to James. Chalmers passes to James. Takes it up. No luck. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Whenever the defense can make you change your shot at the last moment, it's never easy.
Now Gibson. Watson. Defended by Chalmers. And here is Noah. 4 on the clock. And he hits the jump shot. Noah's got his first points in this one. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. You know, for these Bulls last season, Clark, they had some drama in the locker room, maybe people not seeing eye to eye in the front office and on the coaching staff.
Yeah, they certainly did. I would call it front office friction.
Yeah.
But yet, despite that, Kevin, good young talent. So whoever steps into that situation has something to work with.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for Noah. Boozer comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Ronnie Brewer. And the Heat making a change here. Here's Chalmers. Ilgauskas, he's guarded by Thomas. Tosses it up. Ilgauskas, good. Getting back to what you were talking about, despite all the front office turmoil with Derrick Rose at the helm, the future does look bright for this Chicago team.
Well, not only Rose, I mean, you talk about Joakim Noah, you look at Luol Deng, he's in his prime, Taj Gibson, an impressive first-year player, so the Bulls have an awful lot of material to work with.
Here's Boozer, and he makes the basket, so one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a three-point play.
First personal foul, team's first. Shooting for Chicago, Carlos Boozer. Shooting one.
That's good from Boozer. Carlos Boozer, born on a military base in West Germany, grew up in Juneau, Alaska. Very interesting background, Clark.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like something out of a movie. I mean, his parents moved from D.C. to Alaska when Carlos was 7. He kind of wanted to escape the crime in D.C. and make a fresh start. They went a long way to do it.
They did. And it's the Bulls with the ball after LeBron James's miss. Pass to Rose. It's dumped off. That's a 2 from Korver. Trains it from the wing. Here's Chalmers. 1:11 left in the second. LeBron right side. LeBron with another miss.
Right now, he's in a bit of a funk. I look for them to look at other options on offense.
Watson with it. He's against Miller. Watson's shot is off.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
James. LeBron with another miss.
He hasn't been able to contribute as well as he wanted to. But in spite of that, they still have the lead, and that's a good sign.
Korver covered by LeBron. And Boozer backs in. They double him with LeBron. Here's Korver for 3, and that is good. 5 points in the game.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Here's Chalmers. LeBron James on the wing. Over Korver. Miami no good on that time either.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
And so we wrap up the first half.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 6 points and also 4 rebounds.
From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Thanks so much for lending us some of your Thursday to take in all the glorious NBA action. Now let's get you to the HP halftime report. An impressive start for the Heat. A defensive clinic right now on display. They've been disrupting everything. An impressive first half for LeBron. He has 6 points, also has hauled in a few rebounds to add to his scoring. And for the Bulls, they're still gutting it out. Their terrible field goal percentage dragging down their whole game. They got to find a way to take the lid off. A rough first half for Derrick Rose. An embarrassing stat for him as he comes to the break. No shots made from the floor. And that'll do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us at the half. Now let's get you back out to Kevin, Clark, and Doris. Enjoy the second half, everyone.
Now the second half about to begin in just a moment. Here's LeBron. He has 6. This Heat team really had to ride D-Wade's shoulders last year.
Well, nothing new there, Kevin. I mean, they really leaned on him for a lot of things. Everything in the stat sheet was something Dwayne had to do: score, rebounding, assist, defense. And I think some players got a little too used to leaning on him and expecting him to make every play.
Sometimes you stand around and wait for him to bail you out.
That's right, and you become a spectator instead of a playmaker.
Derrick Rose and Ronnie Brewer in the backcourt. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. And dang. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. The Heat leading by 8. Now here's James. He's got 8. Fires from 14. And Luol Deng pulls it down. And with their team-building process, they were biding their time so they could reload this offseason. And now they're poised for big things. And they think a deep playoff push in the East. Here is Brewer. Back to Rose. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. You look at Derrick Rose, such a spectacular game, and yet in person a very quiet, humble demeanor.
Yeah, Kevin, by all accounts, I mean, a really good kid, a great kid, actually. He's focused on winning and trying to do the right things, and he always is humble and stays grounded, and you love to see that in a budding superstar.
The free throw drops for Rose. And Rose drops them both. Maybe Rose's one weakness is candy. His teammates back in Memphis kind of sold him out on that one.
Yeah, he's always had a weakness for sweets. Sounds like me, Kevin. As vices go, you certainly could do worse. You know, I'm sure the training staff in Chicago has been working on him to improve that diet.
Now here's Rose. After LeBron James's miss. Boozer. He's covered by Bosch. Noah kicks to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. That doesn't go either for Rose.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Wade dishes to James. LeBron left side.
When he can turn a missed shot into that kind of slam, maybe the miss was a good thing.
Well, and what a lift it gives a team to see that type of play.
Well, he's leading by example. He's actually walking the talk when he makes plays like that.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
There we go. That was your numbers. Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago.
Here is Rose. Under 4 minutes left in the third. Outside Dang. Pass to Boozer. And Bosch picks him up defensively. And again, no good by Chicago.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown.
Left side Bosch. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Bosch has got 8 points. Rose with the ball. Pass to Dang. Now here's Boozer. Left side Rose. Just 5 on the clock. And the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for the Bulls, Derrick Rose. Shooting 1.
And Rose, no good on that one. Well, Heat leading by 8. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles, guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Here's Rose. 2:48 left in the third quarter. Pass to Boozer. Over Bosch. Boozer, no good. And talking about their chemistry, I think so many of them are young and growing together on the floor. It naturally comes off the court, too.
I think so. I mean, when you've got a group...
Oh, and the jam by Wade. What a play.
He's getting the highlight reel play of the day for that one. Now that was a dunk.
He certainly put a little something extra into that slam.
Little added pizzazz.
Dwayne Wade has carried the Heat on his back now, Clark, for what, 4 years?
Well, it seems like since he's been there, I mean, he has a little bit more help and the opportunity perhaps to make some noise in the playoffs.
Now Wade, he's got 6. And Clark, with Wade in the Heat, how do you think this new team will mesh?
Well, I think one of the keys is going to be now that Wade isn't the only real weapon, how do you integrate the other guys into a more prominent role?
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Chicago. Ilgauskas is checked in for Miami. Haslam comes in for LeBron. Here's Rose. He's got 6. Outside Dang. The dump off, and Boozer backs in. Boozer double teamed. The baseline J. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
You know, I get the feeling he's pressing here a bit. There's a fine line between being intense and focused and being aggressive and pressing. And right now, he's pressing and hasn't found his rhythm in this game.
Here comes Rose, and it's Miller picking him up. Here is Watson. The 3. Bosch grabs the miss.
So far, no points in the quarter. He's been bagel. They don't have much of a chance here if he's not producing for them.
Dang against Wade. Pass to Bosch. They double him with Dang. The 10-footer. Bosch with another miss. Here's Chicago. They trail by 14. Watson hits the quick shot. Here's Wade. 6 points for him.
They're playing them tight all the way up the court right now. Full court man-to-man D.
Here's Ilgauskas. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Noah. Down by 12. Here's Watson. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more. So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Heat, Eddie House has checked in for Mike Miller. He can't complete the three-point play. And Miami has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Got a piece of it. Here's Bosch. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Bosch has got 12 in the game. And here are the Bulls now. A 12-point game. And Boozer backs in with 1 on the clock. And no good trying to get that one. Buzzer sounds in a double-digit game as we end the third quarter.
What a great game for Bosch in this one. He has 12 points, and he's gotten his hand on 1 shot for a block.
It's the Heat, up by 12. Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Hey guys, and it's Chris Bosch with the Sprite Spark Award. His team leans on him for so many of their rebounds, and he hasn't disappointed as he leads that category right now. We'll see if he can continue to carry that load, guys.
Doris, thanks. And he's clearly Clark set in motion. The things his coach wanted them to do.
Well, he's been a huge spark plug out there today.
It's game time. Game time. Game time. I can't change my frame of mind. It's game time. I've been ready jumping.
Here is Watson. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Ilgauskas is out there with Haslam. Then there's House. Then it's Mike Miller and LeBron. With the fadeaway, Watson's shot is off.
They're showing a slight advantage on the boards in this one to this point, Kevin.
Here's House. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And here's Watson. And Noah backs down. Misses the baby hook. So it's Miami now, leading by 12. House, defended by Gibson. Here's House. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line.
First personal foul, teams first. At the line for the Heat, Eddie House, shooting one.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. Here's Brewer, and that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Mike Miller.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Ronnie Brewer, 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Miller. Now LeBron. Miller outside. Here's Haslam. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. And here's Watson. Korver, covered by LeBron. And here's Korver from the arc. Gets the bucket.
He's been in the zone, Kevin. If they can put it all together around his scoring, they might still have a chance.
And the Heat call time here. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told his team they gotta keep building this lead. He said, this is no time to coast, guys. Don't let them breathe. Don't give them any light. If we keep it up, they'll pack it in. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Noah. Bang comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. And the Heat making a change here.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing us.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He's got 11 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
The three from Korver. Can't hit, and it's the Heat taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's LeBron. He's covered by Boozer. James. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line. Free throw good, LeBron. And both free throws good for LeBron. Here is Rose. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. Outside Dang. Now Gibson gets rid of it. Here's Boozer. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Right now, they're benefiting from the whistles. If they can come back to win the game, you can point to their willingness and aggressiveness in taking the ball to the hole as the main reason.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Here's Wade. About 3.5 minutes left in the game. Here's LeBron. Oh!
I love his tenacity and aggressiveness on offense. He's lightning quick and loves to take it to the rim.
Here is Rose. Dang against LeBron. Here's Boozer over Anthony. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win.
He's picked up by Dang. LeBron with it. Gibson on him.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And a new group in for the Heat. Howard's checked in. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. Eddie House is checked in for Mike Miller. And it's Arroyo in for Dwayne Wade. Here is Rose. 2:47 left in the fourth. Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 17. 2:46 left in the game. The Heat making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Here's Dang. Noah, he's guarded by Howard. And again, Chicago, no good. Now Arroyo. Pass to Howard. Working on Boozer. Shot clock at 5. 3 on the clock. Howard can't hit. Howard against Rose. Dang with it. Fades back. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's really not the kind of performance that his team needs from him here in this quarter.
Here's House. And here are the Bulls now, trailing by 17. And Boozer throws it down.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
1:43 left in the fourth. Here's House. Blocked. Dang with it. Now here's Rose. Here's Korver. Kept alive. The fadeaway. It's Boozer missing. And Miami has possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Arroyo. Here's Jones. And sinks it from 3. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 18. 1:05 left in the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Brewer's checked in. Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Carlos Arroyo. Here is Brewer. Noah the screen. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. They get Eddie House. First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Heat. Jones is checked in, and it's Arroyo in for Dwayne Wade. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
They can't afford too many missed free throws, Kev. They need every point they can get.
Now Arroyo. And here's Jones. Howard, covered by Noah. Backing down is Howard. On the mark from 16 feet out. Howard's got his first 2 points. Rose with the ball. Here's Dang. Rebounded by Howard. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-4 run right now. It's House outside. It's hauled in by Noah. Now Brewer. Now here's Rose. Outside Dang. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand Player of the Game, LeBron James.